Hello everybody, it is Emery48 here, and today's video is another restaurant review, this time with Subway. So to start off, today's a Friday during Lent, so had to go meat free for that. My meat free option that I saw on their menu was a tomato basil wrap with some tuna, spinach, and lettuce, a little bit of mayo, and I got some shredded cheddar cheese. So, try this out. It was pretty good. I've got no complaints there. The spinach, it looks pretty fresh. I mean, I know the lettuce from Subway normally gets a bad rap, but you can't really taste much of a difference. And the tuna kind of tastes just like how I would make it out of a can. So, all over pretty much what I'm used to for a tuna wrap. The tomato basil wrap, I don't get the point of it. It doesn't taste any different than a regular wrap. Maybe it's supposed to be more healthy. But overall, I think that sandwich is pretty good. Yeah. No different taste the second time in, which is always good. I'm going to give that an 8. It was good. I mean, there's definitely room to improve. But overall, for a fast food seafood dish, it's good. Now, I didn't do any sides because their sides are chips, like just bags of chips, and those aren't really different based on the restaurant. I could go to a grocery store and get the same bag of chips, but their cookies for dessert is definitely different. So we've got this white chocolate macadamia nut cookie as one of them. That is better than I was expecting. I'm not that big into white chocolate. This is a very rich, like sugar cookie taste. I'm definitely a fan of that. That's probably a 7, honestly, on my list. It was better than expected. We have a chocolate chip cookie, which is my favorite all-time cookie. This is a really good chocolate chip cookie. Chocolate chip's a 9. You can't really beat homemade chocolate chip cookies, but that tastes like, not quite fresh chocolate chip cookie. I'm sure it is relatively fresh, but it goes down a little bit from, the homemade one would be a nice 10 out of 10. And it's like day of, right out of the oven. Those are great. This is a raspberry cheesecake cookie. Now, I'm not a big raspberry or cheesecake fan, but it kind of just looks like the white chocolate cookie with some raspberry in it. So I'm going to go on the side that looks like it has the most raspberry in it to get a better flavor. I feel like the raspberry smell hits you a lot more than the raspberry flavor does, which is odd. I don't know. Maybe it's just me not liking the combination of flavors anyway. But that one's only going to get a 4. For me, the aftertaste is worse than the actual bite. And that's never really a good thing. So we gave the wrap an 8. The cookies 4, 7, and 9. For the raspberry cheesecake, white chocolate macadamia nut. That must have been what was giving it a better flavor than I was expecting. It was the macadamia nut. And then the chocolate chip. See you guys in the next clip. Alright, so for this clip, we have the Baja Chicken and Bacon 6-inch on Italian. I got it toasted with some cheddar cheese and lettuce and spinach. Something that I don't have video for is I did get a meatball sub while I was at work, mostly because I know that that's a 9 for me right away. That's one of my go-tos for the last couple of years. If I'm going to Subway, I get a meatball sub, get some shredded mozzarella on the Italian urban cheese bread, and call it a day, and it's pretty good. So that's a 9 for me. Their meatballs are my favorite protein that I've had from Subway. But now we dig into Baja Chicken. I don't know what makes it Baja because they don't have Baja sauce, so I put creamy sriracha on it instead to give it a little bit of spice. But I mean, the bacon's good. Creamy sriracha definitely gives a kick. Didn't get any chicken in that bite. I can't tell if I'm eating chicken. There was a new flavor there, which I'm gonna guess was the chicken. But overall, the sub is good. I think this is their rotisserie chicken rather than their like normal chicken. And this one actually has flavor, which is a plus. For me, it's not a great sub, but it's a quality one, and I will be finishing it for sure. But it's definitely not going to go up with the meatball sub and get a 9. So I think it drops down to about a 7. It's quality. There's no bad flavors from it. So yeah, I think 7's a fair grade for that. The next clip will be the last one for the lunches anyway. I don't know if I'm going to do breakfasts yet. It kind of depends on timing. You'll see by the end of the video if I do breakfast. But my theory on the breakfast is I work nights, so I'm not up by the time restaurants do breakfasts. So getting into their breakfast hours is tough sometimes. Alright, we are here on the phone today in my car. A little busy day for me, so I have to eat out right now. Trying to figure out how the heck to hold this phone. But yeah, we had to do it this way today because couldn't eat at home. So yeah, but it's a Baja chicken and steak with or not Baja Chicken and Steak. It's Baja Steak and Jack. So pepper jack cheese on Italian, herb and cheese, because that is the superior bread for sure at Subway. It's got some onions. It's nice and toasted. So we'll give it a try. It's pretty good. It's kind of better than I was expecting. I'm not a big red meat fan in general. That's good. Yeah, I'm not a big red meat fan in general. I think I've said that in previous food videos. But this one is good. The Baja sauce really goes well with the steak. So I'm going to have to give that an 8. I've also got an oatmeal raisin cookie. Let me just get that. Here you go. Here's our oatmeal raisin cookie. No. I don't like raisins, but it was the only other dessert I hadn't tried. The only other cookie. I don't know if they even have other desserts. I tried to find that, but it didn't look like they did. The menu didn't seem quite as extensive as other like fast food chains. So this is probably gonna get a 5. 8 and a 5 though, decent day. But yeah, that's what we have for the lunches, dinners, desserts. The only thing I have left is breakfast, and it only looked like they had 4 breakfast sandwiches on the menu, just all with different proteins. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do for the breakfasts yet, but we'll find out in the next clip, I guess. Alright, so we've made it to the end of the Subway restaurant review, and overall they get a 7.125 out of 10 after the average of all of the scores. I ended up deciding not to go with breakfast. Maybe at some point in the future, if my schedule changes and I'm no longer working nights, I'll come back to the restaurants that I have reviewed and review their breakfasts in like one big breakfast review. If that's something you'd be interested in seeing, please let me know down below. But as for Subway, I would say I've reviewed the restaurant. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.